Hey, welcome back, and this is going to be part 2 of the cannons. Are they overpowered? Well, I've got my cannon now upgraded to level 2, so I'll show you the stats over here. The cannon is level 2. It says it does 190 blunt damage, which is wrong. It actually does a lot more than that. I believe these are damage per second, so the cannon shoots about one every 5 seconds. So each shot does about 1,000 damage, I would assume. Because you'll see that the cannons will actually destroy a tower in like 2 hits. So we're going to go and do some raiding with our new upgraded level 2 cannons. And I've been playing around with these guys for a little bit, and they're actually working really, really well. So, but I did go over before what bases that you can and cannot do with cannons. This one, it doesn't look like a great cannon base here, but he doesn't seem to be that strong. His defensive towers, there's nothing, no gargoyle towers or anything. So we're going to go ahead and attack him. We'll take the 44,000. Should be a fairly easy win. So what I've been doing has been bringing out like 2 knights or 2 paladins in the beginning, and then yeah, this is going to be pretty easy. His paladins died really quick there. So I'll bring out another 2 cannons, and then a couple a couple knights. Oh, I forgot he has a cannon there. I didn't notice that. So the big thing is we need the barricades to go down, so I can use the hero to come over. You can see the cannon is still shooting from a distance over there, and it just took down the barricade right there very, very nicely. You can see those little cannonballs just from about in the back there. So I summoned 2 more cannons, and the reason is because I have a feeling a lot of the cannons are actually going to die, and so I have to get over here and take out all his infantry troops and his cannons that are causing my cannons destruction. So now I can actually just run ahead because the cannons and those guys will be able to take everything and see they're all done. So what you're supposed to do is just run ahead and stall all these infantry troops, stall all the waves. And so now just smooth sailing. No problems whatsoever now because you're at the gates. You're going to see how quickly 2 cannons are. We got 2 cannons, so boom, 1 hit. They did about 25%. 2 hits, the thing's down to about 50. And, 4 hits, done. A castle gate down, and about 4 hits with a couple other hits from some paladins. And I didn't even hit the gate with my hero at all. So you can see the cannons definitely do a lot more damage than 190. We're going to look at the castle gate here. So the castle gate, it appeared he had a level 6 one, which has 15,000 life. There's no way to know what the castle gate is weak to and resistant to. It doesn't have a status bar anywhere. You can't pull up the stats anywhere. But I assume that it's also weak to blunt, because they do a lot of damage. As you saw, the cannon shot did about, I'd say, 2,500 damage, because in 4 cannon shots it was dead. 4, maybe 5, give or take. So each cannon shot did about 3,000, 2,500 damage. So that's a lot of damage. And if it normally does, say, 1,500 a shot times 2 for being weak to blunt, then that's 3,000 damage. And that would be about right to kill a castle gate in 4 hits. So you can see how effective those cannons were there. That guy was fairly weak, though, so we'll go and try and get a stronger base. This one looks pretty crappy. We'll go ahead and just beat him just for the heck of it. His name is God1, but he obviously isn't a very good base builder. So I just summoned out 2 cannons. I'll bring out 2 paladins. I'm going to go and kill the cannons of my opponent. And pretty much when you're using cannons in this strategy, you're just using the hero to take out all the ground troops and all the ranged troops. Your cannons will do work, and everything else is just background players. So I'll bring in another cannon. And you can see I'm not constantly spamming out troops like I normally do with my knight strategy. So if you see here, the cannons actually got stuck on the frosters, which isn't that big of a deal because they don't do that much damage, the frosters. If they were pyromancers, that'd be more of an issue because the pyromancer can kill it in 2 hits. You can see I can just run to the gate now, and the only thing you have to worry about is your hero dying. You can see the troops are slowly coming and making their way towards the gates. And the troops are right behind me now. So the hero's main goal is to take out all the infantry troops. We'll try and get a little bit more percentage out of this, but it's going to be hard because once the cannons start targeting the gate goes down in, a few seconds. So those are 2 very easy raids. So hopefully we can find a harder opponent. We'll go ahead and attack this one. He has a lot of pyromancers, which should be tough, but he doesn't have that many good defenses. He's only got probably one gargoyle tower. Again, we'll start off with 2 cannons. I'm going to go and kill the water tower because I want the cannons to attack the gargoyle tower. I didn't bring out any infantry this time because of the gargoyle tower. If they do come out, they're just going to run right into the gargoyle tower, and then they're going to get burned and die. And the way his base is laid out, there was no need for me to have any troops to like take the cannon fire. There's nothing that the cannons can get attacked by back there. His base layout is really bad. So now I just need to keep the fire on my hero and allow my reinforcement troops that are slowly coming up now to take the front now. I needed to take all the fire until my reinforcement troops got up here so they could start taking the damage and my hero can slowly regenerate. So again, my hero is 75% life. I can come up and take all the wave troops, all the castle guards here, their troops, take them out. So that's all done. Then you move up to the next batch of troops. You don't even bother with the buildings because the buildings are going to go down really quick to all the cannons. As long as your cannons are alive, you can see I went back there, and by the time I got back there, everything was dead. So you're just moving forward. You're going to take care of all the troops, mainly the pyromancers. That's your biggest threat in this formation is pyromancers. You also have to watch out for enemy cannons. Your cannons will only attack towers, and it appears that they'll attack other cannons as well. But ground troops, they don't seem to attack them. They don't seem to target them. And I could be wrong on the cannons attacking the other cannons, but I thought I saw that. So hopefully we can find someone that has a decent base. See, this one is a little bit better layout. It has the curve right there, so all the troops are going to sit around here, and the cannons are going to sit here and take off these 2. He does have pyromancers as well. We'll go ahead and attack him. He doesn't have many strong defensive structures, so it should be fairly easy again. But this time, I'm going to start off with 2 paladins and to see how strong his troops are there. And so they're not that strong. So now I'm going to bring out 2 cannons. I do have to take care of that pyromancer. I'm bringing a couple of knights. So you see the troop like summoning varies a little bit, and it depends on what type of opponent you're attacking, you really have to like think and use strategy. In this one, the reason I bring out 2 paladins versus 2 cannons in the beginning is because the cannons are going to sit in that corner and destroy all the buildings over there. And I can't have the cannons sitting over there starting to destroy buildings and then all the troops sitting back there. If my sword rain can't kill them in one hit, then they're just going to sit there and die. So you have to think about your troops and think about your units and not let them die. Oopsie. So there's one pyromancer way over there that I didn't get, so I can't hit him, and I just have to sit back and hopefully let my troops kill him. So this one, it's been a little sloppy, and my hero might die. I need a heal. And so, like I said, his base was a little bit better designed for cannon defense, and my attack has been a little sloppy. We should still probably be able to win. Actually, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to defeat his castle gate. Our time has slowly ran out. And that's what happens when your cannons get destroyed. That's why they're not overpowered. You do have to use a lot of strategy with them. Because even though this guy was fairly weak, he didn't have that many high-level towers. He did actually have, it looked like 2 gargoyle towers, which it didn't appear on his little mini-map, it looked like, if I remember correctly. So yes, cannons are good, but they do have weaknesses. Like I said, that base, the long, stretchy line, this is a very cannon weak, or very strong cannon defense, because the cannons are going to go up here, they're going to turn left, they're going to shoot all this, they're going to stand like right about here, and they're going to shoot these targets. And then so all these troops right here, all the ranged troops are going to come and attack the cannons. So, and then if the cannons do get past there, the cannons are going to move over here and start hitting all this. And then when the troops get right here, the cannons are going to die. So this is a base you don't want to use cannons on because of the curves and how it's set up. You really have to worry about base layout when you're using cannons. So this base, I wouldn't use cannons at all against. This base, I would just use knights and paladins and possibly throw in some archers. That would be my setup. Probably would be like, we'll see, if I had the Art Blaster, I would put the Art Blaster on instead. But that would be my setup right here. And it would be mainly paladins leading the way, so they would take all the range damage to see how much pyromancers and frosters, and then a lot of knights and a few archers behind to hopefully pick off some of the frosters and pyromancers, just in case my sword rain can't kill the pyromancers in one hit. You never really have to worry about frosters as long as you have your sword rain on. Sword rain will kill the frosters always in one hit, regardless of whatever level they are, and regardless of whatever level your sword rain is. Because the frosters have really low HP. Frosters only got 350. When you upgrade them, they still only get to 420, and etc., etc. They're not going to get to 1,000 HP, so you don't have to worry about frosters when you're using the cannons, but you do have to worry about the pyromancers and also the base layouts. So anything that looks like this, that has a outside layer and then an inside layer, is very strong against cannons. Cannons are not going to be effective against these types of bases. Pretty much don't use cannons here. They'll just get wasted and you won't reach the gate because they're going to die. So that's going to be it for part 2 of the cannons. Are they overpowered? I'll let you make the decisions on that. They are very, very strong on certain bases, and if people don't build it correctly, their defenses. If we upgrade them to level 3, they do get a lot stronger. They gain another 170 life and 38 more damage. So that's going to be fun, and that's going to be it.